And then just start to notice what's happening in the body this evening. So start to notice if the natural rate of the breath is quite shallow or quite deep. And then seeing if you can pinch your shoulder blades together, almost as if you're trying to shine your chest forward slightly, keeping a nice long straight spine. And then very gently seeing if you can tuck the pelvis under, as if you've got a tail and you're trying to tuck it under, so that the belly button slightly starts to engage, so that we feel as if we've got nice space in between where the navel area is. And then see if you can find a nice space where you can just sit really still. So hopefully no kind of pain or aches in the back. Take any adjustments that you need to. We're going to place the hands on the knees and we're going to place the palms facing down. So it's Sunday night. And we're going to, as a group, we've got loads of us practicing this evening, which is amazing to share the energy. It's a Sunday night, the middle of January 2021, the pandemic. So we're going to place the palms facing down so that we can really try and cultivate a feeling of feeling nice and grounded. Taking our awareness for an hour away from what's happening in the world and really bringing our attention inwards. So with the eyes closed, I want you to let the hands be heavy on the knees. Let the hips be heavy into the ground. Find a place of stillness for the spine and start to connect in with the breath. So we're going to take a deep inhale together through the nose for the count of 3, 2, 1, and then exhale through the mouth. Inhaling deeply through the nose for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale through the mouth. As you take a deep breath in, see if you can make the spine nice and tall on the inhale, breathe in as much air into the ribs as you can, and then on the exhale, see if you can soften the body. Inhaling for 3, exhale through the mouth. And at this point of the practice, the mind will probably be talking to you, maybe a bit of a narrative, getting into the practice or what we're going to do tonight. See if you can just bring the focus back to the breath. Eyes closed and just focusing on inhaling for 3 and exhaling through the mouth. Heavy legs, heavy arms. Let the breath do all the work. And then on the next inhale, we're going to move towards a hold. So you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose for 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to hold the breath. Soften the throat, soften the forehead. And then exhale, release. And again, inhaling for 3, 2, 1. As you hold the breath, see if you can drop the shoulders a little bit from the ears. Let the arms be heavy. Keep the eyes closed. As you exhale, slowly open the mouth and let it go. Inhale deeply for 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. Feel the body in complete stillness. And then exhale out. Gently bringing the hands together at prayer. Place them into your heart so your thumb is in the chest bone. Drop your gaze towards your hands. And before we start this 1 hour yin practice, yin is the very slow feminine energy. Not feminine in kind of gender or sexuality, but just feminine in the softness. So I want you to just acknowledge what brought you to the mat this evening. What kind of feeling are you trying to cultivate within your practice in the next hour? And maybe noticing any negative energy or tension that you've got to bring to the practice so that you can let go. Keeping your intention within your heart for the next 60 minutes. Try not to get too frustrated if the mind starts to talk to you within the next hour. Just continue to bring the focus back to the breath and the awareness into the body. On the inhale, put your hands either side of the body towards the ground. And then on the inhale, you're going to reach, sweep towards the top of the head. Take the hands to prayer. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring it down the center line, past the nose and the mouth, through to the heart. On the inhale, you're going to reach up, make the spine nice and long. And then on the exhale, we're going to lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. We're going to do this nice and slow. So the next one, we're going to inhale 3, 2, 1. At the top, keep the hands at prayer above the head and hold the breath and hold the posture. Feel the ribs rise. And then on the exhale, float the hands back down to the heart. One more. Inhale, reach up. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Keep the eyes closed if you can for the attention to be inwards. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to the heart. This time hands are going to come to the knees, and we're going to start to release it, any energy that's in the navel area, so around the belly button, the stomach area, the gut instinct. So hands are going to come to the knees. If you've got your legs crossed, just change the legs so that the opposite leg, so we change up the energy a little bit. Hands are going to come to the knees. If you did start laying down, then now be the time to just come back up to the seated position. And I want you to, on the inhale, I want you to take your body all the way over to the left, but see if you can keep the legs completely heavy. And then you're going to sweep the chest forward, take it to the right, and then bring it back to a circle. So we're going to do that for a breath. So on the inhale, go left and forward. On the exhale, sweep it back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And see if you can lead the movement with your belly button. So imagining someone's got a cord to the belly button and it's pulling it forward and back. You can also place your hands around the belly button. Kind of imagine that the hips are kind of moving in a big circle. You can keep the hands on the hips or bring it back to the knees. And then I want you to keep the eyes closed and see if you can just flow the energy around in this big circle, but using the breath. So we inhale forward and we exhale round. Close the eyes. Let go of any ego that's telling you that you feel as if you're a little bit silly or you've not done this move before. See if you can really let the spine be a little bit fluid. Make sure the legs are heavy, so we're leading with the torso. And then when you're ready, I want you to slow the circles down. So keep going in the clockwise direction, but just slow it down. So holding the poses for a little bit longer in, but also making them really slow. And then when you're ready, come back to a nice neutral spine. Find yourself nice and tall. And then on the inhale, take the body to the right. Inhale forward and then exhale, come back in an anti-clockwise circle. So again, the same thing, we're trying to move that spine in anti-clockwise this time. Really getting into the side body. You can bring the shoulders in, so as you inhale forward, lean forward to the shoulders and then bring them back. Close the eyes and just start to flow. So if you've got any back problems, you might feel a bit of tension or pulling in the back, use the breath. The deeper you breathe, the more the muscles will relax. Keeping the awareness on the breath and moving around. And then start to take the circles a little bit slower. Slow it down. Until you eventually come back to the center. So sitting in a neutral spine this time. And I go to the side so that you can see the way I'm doing this next move. So we're going to do C shapes with the spine. So if you've done yoga before, you'll know cat-cow, where we're normally in tabletop. This is more like a seated variation. So hands are going to come to the knees. If your legs are feeling a bit sore, you can place them in front of you with the feet into the mat if that feels nice. Or you can keep them cross-legged. On the inhale, we're going to sit up straight, stick the belly button forward. Imagine your C shape in the spine. So the head kind of slightly looks up to the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, roll your shoulders forward and suck the belly button in. So on the inhale, pinch the shoulder blades together, look up to the sky and see the shape, the spine forward. On the exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. See if you can close the eyes. You'll notice I'll probably prompt you to do that for every pose. And see if you can move through the inhale and exhale with the eyes closed at a pace that suits you. Starting to connect with the rhythm of your own body. So if you're feeling particularly energetic, you might want to move quite quick through this pose. Or if you've got any tension in the back or any tenderness or aches, then taking it nice and slow. So we're doing this practice together, but each one of us is going to have different parts of the body that's going to be able to be less mobile, or maybe some pain that we're dealing with. So see if you can just listen to your own body and move through the C shapes of the spine. As you keep your eyes closed, as you keep moving, I want you to bring awareness to the spine. So we're C-shaping the spine and all the little vertebrae and the muscles and nerves that keep us upright all day, every day. Really getting into the little nooks and crannies. into the spine. Taking a few more of these. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently take the inhale, but this time we're going to hold. So inhale, look up, push the belly button forward, C-shape the spine. Hold there. As you exhale, scoop the chin towards the chest. Suck the belly button in, drop the head to the chest and hold there. Gently release into a neutral spine. And then wherever your legs are, just maybe give them a bit of a kick out. Or change your legs. And then we're going to do one more seated posture. So finding a place where your legs can be comfortable for one more posture before we come down to the mat. So hands come to the knees, close down the eyes, and then I want you to find a center point for your spine. So maybe rocking to the left and the right, and then the back and forward, and finding a point where you feel from the coccyx all the way up to the top of the head is in one straight line, nice and neutral. Keep the eyes closed. Just start to check in with the body and start to notice any energy shifts in the body, maybe any tingling in the body, maybe the rate of the breath, of the heartbeat. And then when you're ready, hands are going to come at prayer, the heart center. On the inhale, I want you to cactus the arms out, so shoulder blades together, elbows are bent, palms are face forward, the fingers really spread. And then on the inhale, you're going to bring your hands with your palms over the heart space. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands over the heart. See if you can close the eyes. As you move the arms out, releasing tension in the shoulders by dropping the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands to heart. One more. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hands to heart. This time you're going to inhale the hands out like a T. So straight either side of the shoulders, reaching out. And then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach out. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Exhale, come back. Inhale out. Exhale back. Inhale out. Exhale back. Inhale deeply through the belly as you reach the arms out. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, reach in. One more. Inhale, this time we're going to hold. So hold the arms out, close the eyes, hold the breath in. Squeeze them shoulder blades together. As you exhale, bring the hands back down towards the heart. Release the legs in front of you. Feet are going to come in front of you, and you're just going to windscreen wipe the legs either side. So you can use your hands to support you as you gently slightly lean back, and then you're just going to gently let the knees fall from side to side. So many cushions getting in the way. So letting the knees fall over to the left and then bringing them over to the right. So see if you can let the knees completely fall over to the left, and then on the exhale, bring them over to the right. And just take it at your own pace, moving from side to side. And then on the next one, we're going to hold. So on the inhale, take the knees over to the left, completely drop them, and then look over your right shoulder. So the bottom part of the body is twisting to the left, the top to the right, and just gently close the eyes as you look over, put your gaze in the direction of your right shoulder. On the inhale, we're going to change. So inhale the knees up, drop them over to the right, take your head over by the left shoulder. Gently bringing the knees back to center. Gently lowering yourself back down to the mat. Keep a nice bend in the knee. If you've got a cushion, you can prop it under the back of your head, but make sure that your chin is not too tucked to the chest. We want a neutral spine. So feet are going to come into the mat with a nice bend into the knee. And I want you to see if you can walk your spine along the mat so that you've got a nice long spine. So sometimes we can be quite scrunched up. See if you can walk your shoulders away from the ears. See if you can walk your hips a little bit away from the top part of the body. Find a place of stillness. And then you're going to place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on top of your belly button. I want you to find a place of comfort and stillness. an option to keep the feet where they are, or you can walk the feet mat width distance, so walk them away from each other, and then let the knees fall into center line. So feet are wide and the knees fall in. Keep the hand on the heart and the belly button, close down the eyes. And I want you to notice where your awareness is. So the awareness is not the mind, it's not the thoughts. It's the awareness of the thoughts, the awareness of the body. I want you to bring your awareness completely to the body. Scanning from your body, from the head all the way down the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, down the hips and the legs. Just taking a mental scan of the body and just notice if there's any parts of the body particularly that are talking to you at the moment, or if the body feels quite neutral and relaxed. Working with the breath exercise, you're going to keep the hand on the belly button and the heart. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold the breath, but you're going to let the hands be heavy on the body. Hold that breath and feel the body in stillness. Exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking an inhale deeply, feel the belly rise for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in stillness. See if you can drop the chest so the throat isn't restricted. And then when you're ready, exhale and slowly for the count of 5. Inhaling together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Make sure the eyelids are closed. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Hold for a little bit longer. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. And this time I want you to inhale for as long as you can. Just seeing if you can count to 5, maybe 6, maybe 7. When you're at the top of the breath, let the hands be heavy into the body. Feel the stillness of the body. Hold the breath for as long as possible. Drop the shoulders into the air. And then exhale. Slowly release. Gently release the hands either side of the body. You're going to tuck your knees in towards the chest. You're going to grab your knees with your hands, and then you're just going to rock yourself from side to side. So imagining we're trying to give our lower back a bit of a massage. The kidneys, the adrenal glands, all them internal organs that regulate us all day, every day, just giving them a little bit of massage from left to right. And then when you're ready, releasing the left leg to the ground. Keep a bend in the left knee. You're going to straighten the right leg to the sky as much as you can. So unless you're not anyone working from home, I would guess would not be able to straighten the legs because our hamstrings are getting really tight sitting inside quite a lot. But just straightening the leg as much as you can. So it might still have a bend in the knee. I want you to relax the arms either side of the body, but place the palms facing down. And then we're going to move with the breath. So on the inhale, you're going to inhale the right knee towards the chest, lower the foot. And then on the exhale, you're going to straighten that leg towards the sky. Keep the eyes closed and move with your own breath. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. As you exhale and straighten, if you feel tension in the back of your leg, I want you to really use the breath. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Going to take one more of them. So inhale, bend. On the exhale, you're going to straighten, but see if you can hold on the exhale and just really stretch the back of that leg. And then gently lower that right leg down to the mat. Inhale the left leg towards the sky. And then working the same on the other side. So inhale, knee bends, foot comes down. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Continuing at your own breath, your own pace. Notice if one side's different. Just be a little bit curious about your own body and where we're physically holding any tension that we're carrying.
And then on the last one, we're going to hold. So inhale, bend, exhale, straighten that left leg and just hold there and continue to breathe. So we're holding the leg, but we're still breathing deeply. And then gently lower that left leg. This time you're going to place the right leg straight up into the sky. Take it as straight as you can. If you need to bring the leg lower to straighten it, then that's better. And then on the inhale, I want you to take that right leg very slightly to the right. So almost as if it's going from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Hold there. And then gently bring the leg back straight to 12 o'clock. Inhale deeply. On the exhale, take it back to 1 o'clock. Working the muscles of the right leg. And then one more time, bring the leg up straight. And then exhale, take it back. See if you can go to 2 o'clock this time. Maybe even 3 o'clock, depending how flexible you're feeling. And then gently bring it back to 12. Bend that right knee. Place the right foot onto the mat. And before we go to the other side, keep the eyes closed. Start to notice any energy changes between the left and the right leg. The left and the right foot. The calf and the thigh. Gently straighten the left leg to the sky this time. Keep it at 12 o'clock on an inhale. And then on the exhale, take it to 11 o'clock, just to the left, maybe 10 o'clock. And then gently back. Taking a deep breath in when the leg's at 12 o'clock, and then exhale, take it to the left. You only need to do a micro movement here, and you should start to feel the muscles of the left leg getting a really deep stretch. One more, inhale straight, exhale over to the left. Gently back down. And wait to lift both left feet into the sky, and then we're just going to do some circles with the ankles. We're starting to change up the blood flow. Circles one way, and then change the opposite way. And then gently lower back down. Again, right hand's going to come to the heart, left hand's going to come to the belly. We're going to connect in with the breath before the next pose. The breath is really going to help us in the next pose. So seeing if you can really connect to that inner breath in your gut. So really connecting with the belly breath. So on a deep inhale for the count of 5, see if you can feel your ribs expand, and then send the belly down to the belly. Sorry, send the breath down to the belly. Hold the breath for as long as you can, and then take an exhale. And again, inhaling deeply through the nose. Feel the ribs expand, and then send the breath down to the belly. Hold. And then exhale. Releasing the hands either side. Bring the right foot to the left knee. And then we're going to do reverse pigeon. So in reverse pigeon, we're trying to stretch into the hips and the glute area. So making sure that you've got a flex in that right foot. Place the right ankle on the left knee. You're going to see if you can bring that left knee towards the chest. See if you can grab the back of the left thigh. So the head and the neck are staying on the floor. If you can't, then you can just leave the left foot onto the ground. That should still be a stretch for the right hip. If you can reach the back of the left thigh, then I want you to make sure that your hips are square. So when you look at your left and right knee, your left knee should be directly above your left hip. And then I want you to take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, just guide that left knee very gently, very subtle movements here towards the chest. Close down the eyes. Now that the foot's in place, you can relax that right foot. So don't flex the right foot, keep it nice and relaxed. Pigeon or reverse pigeon, as we're in now, relies on the breath so much. Because the body's going to want to get out of this pose because it's starting to ignite deep stretches, deep tension. So we're going to take a deep breath in for the count of 5. You're going to hold the breath at the top. Notice the body in stillness. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring that left leg a little bit closer towards you. So the breath will open doors for you. It will open more space in the body. It will let you go deeper into the pose, and it will let go of that tension that we're holding on to. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And then on the exhale, bring that left leg just a little bit closer. Continue at your own pace with the breath. And just see if that right hip is tense. Mentally just say to yourself, I completely relax my hips. And then see if with the exhale you can bring them legs a little bit closer towards the chest. Make sure the eyes are closed. Continue to connect with the breath. And on the exhale, move deeper into the pose. The mind is starting to wander here. Just acknowledge that the aim of yoga is not to silence the mind, it's to change the awareness and bring the awareness to the mind, to the body and the breath. Using the breath to keep you focused, deeply inhaling, pause, and then on the exhale, just bring that left leg a little bit closer. So we've got 2 more breaths in this pose. So I want you to see how much more space you can create with them 2 breaths. So really deep breath in and then just bring that leg a little bit closer with each exhale. Nice and soft movements. Always trying to gently kind of coerce the leg to come forward slightly. Last breath to try and create some space in the pose. And then after your next exhale, move with the breath. So on the inhale, you're going to release that left foot down to the mat. Very slowly, I want you to release that right leg. Take it to the sky and just start to bend and straighten the leg, starting to change the blood flow, sending the energy back to that right leg. Circle the right ankle and then gently place down. For a second, let's just pause, let's close down the eyes and let's just notice any physical changes between the left and the right leg. So my right leg, I can feel all the blood and the energy changing. It feels a little bit more alive than the right leg. Sorry, the left leg. Just starting to notice anything that's coming up for you, any tension in the right leg that you feel might have released. And then releasing the left leg to the right knee. So left foot comes to the right knee. Again, flex the foot there for now. And then see if you can bring that right leg towards the chest, grab the back of the right leg. Relax the left foot now that it's in place. Making sure the hips are straight again. So if you've got any imbalance, you might find your right knee is kind of to the left or to the right of the hip. You want to look at your right knee so it's directly on top of your right hip. Take a deep breath here. Hold. And then on the exhale, you're going to guide that right knee a little bit closer towards you. So you will have a difference in one leg to the other. Just start to notice which leg is different for you. Then we're going to work with the breath at our own pace. So working with the inhale deeply. Holding the breath at the top so you can feel that sacred silence. And then on the exhale, just guiding that right leg a little bit closer towards you. Again, reminding yourself, we're not trying to stop thoughts coming by. We're just trying to change the awareness into the breath and the body. Using every exhale as an opportunity to bring that leg a little bit closer towards the chest. Keep the eyes closed. Soften the forehead. Soften the elbows. Soften the shoulders. We've got 3 more breaths here, so seeing if you can create more space, bringing that right leg a little bit closer towards the chest. Using the last breath. Breathing in for as long as you can, really deep breath in. Hold. And then bring that leg a little bit closer. Again, we move on the inhale. So on the inhale, drop that right leg. Release the left leg to the sky. Circle the leg. Maybe bend the knee. Whatever feels good. And then I want you to come to a completely lay down position. So if you've got a cushion behind the head, just releasing that so that the head is completely on the mat. Again, walking the spine so the shoulders are away from the ears. And then we're going to see if we can release any tension around the front of the heart space and the top of the shoulders. So you've got an option here. You can bend your knees, which if you've got any lower back problems like I have, I'd recommend keeping your knees bent. If you'd rather, you can straighten your legs out, that's fine. Or you can even butterfly your legs. So in butterfly, we put the soles of the feet together and we let the knees fall out to the side. In fact, I'm going to go with that actually, because that feels quite nice after pigeon. So with the soles of the feet together, or you can bend the knees, whichever's right. And then I want you to pick a nice neutral spine so that your shoulders are away from the ears. And then on the inhale, we're going to take the hands up to the sky in front of the face. And then on the exhale, you're going to reach your hands to the ground above the head. Proper blankets, they get in the way. So on the inhale, you're going to straighten the arms out in front of you, but the back of the shoulders is going to stay to the ground. And then on the exhale, the hands are going to come to the floor behind you. So we're going to do this with the breath. So on the inhale, straighten the arms up. On the exhale, take the hands behind you. You can place the back of the hand into the mat, so the shoulders and the elbows come to the mat. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands to the floor behind you, feeling that stretch down the side of the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, straight arms above the head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. This time you're going to inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, you're going to bend the elbows and cactus them down. So the elbows are going to come to the ground and the palms are going to be face forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tap the elbows down to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Elbows come down. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down. This time on the inhale, I want you to inhale the arms towards the sky. On the exhale, I want you to place your right hand over your left shoulder and your left hand over your right shoulder. So the arms are crossed on the chest. You can bring the elbows down slightly so they're not on top of the face. But you can bring them over the neck area if that feels nice. So the left hand is over to the right and the right is over to the left. Close down the eyes and just let the hands be heavy. So we've got the elbows crossing over the heart space here. We're going to use the gravity of that to help us. So we're going to use the gravity of the elbows into the body, let them be completely heavy. Feel any sensations around the heart space or the back of the shoulders. Close the eyes, relax the jaw. The legs are in butterfly, then completely relax the knees to the side. If the legs are straight or the feet are into the mat, just feel the connection to the earth. Continuing to breathe at your own pace. Let the back of the body be heavy into the mat. And then on the inhale, I want you to straighten the arms towards the sky. And then in the exhale, we're going to cross the arms in opposite direction. So maybe whichever was on top before. So before my right was on top, now my left arm is on top. Just crossing over in the opposite direction. And again, letting the elbows be heavy into the chest. Close down the eyes and bring the attention back to the breath. Deepen in the breath. So really deep, long breaths in and out. Let the arms be heavy, switch off the elbows. Continue to breathe here. And then on the inhale, gently release the hands. Take the hands in front of you and just start to circle the wrists. And then change direction in the opposite way. And then gently bringing the knees together if you're in butterfly legs. And then we're going to come to a supported bridge position. So if you've got cushions or bolsters, just bring them to the side so you can grab hold of them. So head's going to be into the floor. The back of the head, sorry, is nice and relaxed into the floor, and the back of the neck. And then I want you to just lift the hips off the ground and just push a cushion or a pillow or even a blanket underneath the hips. If you've not got a cushion, you can just place your hands underneath the back of the bum. So we want the hips to be off the ground. If you've got a couple of cushions, then you can prop a couple of cushions under so that your hips are quite elevated. Just make sure that you're not in pain or any discomfort in your back. And then you've got a choice with your hands. So you can place the hands either side of the body, or if you want a deeper stretch for the shoulders, you can take the hands above the head, bend the elbows and keep the hands above the head with the elbows to each side, either side. If you've got any issues with your lower back, I want you to walk your feet away from each other so that they're slightly wider than the hips. Find a place of stillness. If you need to change the cushions, maybe take them a little bit higher up the back or lower down the back. They should be kind of where your pockets are if you had a pair of jeans on, so that your hips are higher than your heart. So we're in an inversion here. So an inversion is literally turning ourselves almost upside down in that our legs and our hips are above the heart space. So inversions can be great for many things, but benefits can include managing anxiety and depression, better sleep, better hormone health. And the main one, which I think I can normally physically feel, is literally a shake up of the energy. So in an inversion, we're changing things and flipping it on its head. We're changing the blood in a different direction. We're changing the energy in a different direction. We can often find if you practice them enough, it can change your perception into a more positive light. So close down the eyes, ignore my science lesson on what this pose does, and see if you can just feel the pose for yourself. So feel the hips relax into the cushions. Feel the heart and any sensations in the heartbeat or the breath. Feel the shoulders relax into the ground. And at the start of the practice, I asked you to acknowledge any tension or negativity that you were bringing to the practice that you needed to let go of. Bringing this to your awareness now and seeing with every exhale, if you can just gently let go of anything, any energy that you acknowledge doesn't serve you anymore. I'm going to hold here for 10 deep breaths. So keeping the eyes closed, I want you to really connect in with the breath as you take a breath in. Feel the belly and the ribs rise. As you exhale out, feel the body soften. Continue at your own pace. Seeing if you can send the breath all the way down to the belly on the inhale. And the exhale, soften the eyebrows, soften the forehead. Continuing at your own pace for a few more breaths. And then after one more inhale, I want you to hold at the top of the inhale. Feel the body in stillness. And then exhale, release. On the inhale, bring the arms down by the side. Gently release the cushions from either side of the hip bones. And then we're going to set up for Shavasana, so corpse pose. So I want you to straighten the legs down the mat. If you can and you've got two sets of cushions, I want you to set up so that you've got a cushion behind the back of your knees, or it can be a pillow or whatever you've got, so that when you're laying down, the back of the knees is supported into the ground. And then the second cushion is going to go behind the back of the head. It's kind of the back of the neck head area. So the body is in a little bit of a W. So you've got your feet up to your knees, down to your hips, and then you're going to come up again. So you've got 2 points of the body being supported by the earth. So I've got bolsters, but you can use cushions or pillows. And then walk the feet away from each other so that they're about hip width distance. Let the feet fall out to the side. Hands are going to come either side of the body. Palms are going to be faced up. But I want you to walk your hands slightly away from the body. It's important here that you take any adjustments. So if you're cold, pop some socks on, or maybe put a cushion or a blanket over the feet. A cushion on top of the feet can be quite nice as well, like that weighted blanket, like pressure on the feet to relax you. So taking whatever adjustments you need to, I want you to find your comfortable spot in Shavasana. So in Shavasana, we're in corpse pose, relaxation pose. So we're closing down the eyes, taking any adjustments that you need to. And acknowledging here as we come into Shavasana pose, this pose is without doubt kind of the holy grail of the yoga practice. We move the body and we try and shift any blockages in the energy channels through the body. We energize the body, we invert the body, we use the breath. So that when we come to Shavasana, where you are right now, we're in a place of rest, a place of restoration. So try not to see this as a time to fall asleep. It's okay if you do fall asleep, but seeing if you can use it as a place of relaxation. So healing, relaxation, putting your body in a place where it is completely resting and it's in complete stillness. I want you to completely let go of any awareness of the breath. So just let the body continue to breathe in and out as it does naturally. Instead, I want you to close your eyes. And as a group, I want us all to focus on the weight of the body. So we've all just moved the body in the poses. We've all just connected with the breath. And now by laying here in complete stillness, we're going to let the body reap all the rewards of that practice. We're going to feel the weight of the body into the earth. Starting with the head. I want you to silently repeat to yourself in your mind, my head is heavy and fully relaxed. Working down to your neck, my neck is heavy and fully relaxed. Relaxing the forehead, the eyebrows, the cheekbones, the nose, the mouth. Very slightly opening the jaw. So slightly opening the mouth so the jaw can completely relax. Relaxing the throat space. Melting the shoulders into the ground. Letting the body be heavy. Letting the left arm and the right arm be completely heavy into the earth at the side of the body. Letting the chest, the stomach, and the hips be completely heavy and relaxed. Silently repeating to yourself in your mind, my left leg completely relaxes and lets go. Completely relaxing the right leg. And then seeing if you can start to notice the energy around the body. So any sensations on the skin. Any pull for your attention maybe. Maybe you can hear something in the background. Maybe you can smell something. Maybe you can hear the music. Bringing your awareness completely to the body. Knowing that in this pose, there is nowhere for you to be, nothing for you to do. Silently repeating to yourself in your mind, I give myself permission to completely relax and restore. I give myself permission to completely relax and restore. Just enjoying the complete stillness. And if the mind feels agitated at all, just gently bring the awareness back to any sensations in the body. You can start to visualize any sensations on the body. I want you to visualize and really try and use your imagination. Imagine someone massaging nice warm lavender scented oil onto your third eye.
Gently pushing pressure into the middle of the forehead. And then massaging over the temples, over the eyebrows. Seeing if you can connect to a sensation of warmth over the forehead. Notice if it's easy or difficult to sit in stillness. Reflecting on the words as you enjoy your Shavasana. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for my imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. And as many times as I forget and I catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, to be, and to walk slowly into the mystery. Seeing if you can fully give yourself permission to let go of anything that you feel you're carrying. Any negative feelings that you might feel come up, see if you can just sit with them with compassion. And as you lay in Shavasana, see if you can give yourself some gratitude for sitting with the practice. Using the opportunity of lockdown to get onto the mat, connect with the breath, sit in silence, and start to notice any sensations or thoughts or feelings that come up. Gently bringing both hands on top of the belly button, palms face down. I want you to start to connect in with the breath and feel the belly rise as the hands gently push up as the inhale, and then exhale, they lower down. Inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the belly fall. Keep the eyes closed as you lay in Shavasana. Continue to breathe and just feel the belly fall and rise. Gently bringing your hands to your heart space, palms face towards the heart. Close down the eyes and just notice how easy or maybe uncomfortable it makes you feel to hold your hands on your own heart. Keep the eyes closed. And gently repeat, silently repeating yourself in your mind. I am, I always was, and I always will be enough. I am, I always was, and I always will be enough. Showing gratitude to yourself for showing up for yourself in the mat this evening. Gently release the hands either side of the body. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. And I want you to roll over onto your left side of your body. Tuck yourself up into a ball. And then option to stay laying down to finish the practice, or you can push your hands into the mat and gently, with your eyes closed, come back up to a seated position. Option to finish leaning against the wall, or staying laid down if your body feels as if that's what it really needs. Or option to finish in a seated position with me. And again, you're going to just remove the flesh from the sitting bones so that the sitting bones are really connected towards the earth. Bringing the hands to the knees with the palms face down if you're joining me in seated position. Starting to lengthen the breath, so starting to bring the breath a little bit deeper out of Shavasana. And then on the inhale, I want you to bring the shoulders towards the ears. And then on the exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back, pinch the shoulder blades together. Inhale up. Exhale, roll. And then take it a little bit quicker. So roll the shoulders up and back. And then you're going to change direction. So when the shoulders are down, you're going to push them back, up to the ears, and then forward. So really getting the crunches out of the shoulders, releasing any tension, and starting to bring the awareness back to the body as we close the practice. Gently release the shoulders, let them be nice and heavy away from the ears. Gently releasing the left hand to the floor, just to the side. I want you to inhale and reach that right arm up towards the sky and gently over towards the left. And then you're going to take a really big circle. So your right hand's going to come down towards the ground, sweep it back down, and then take it in a big circle. Take a couple big circles just to gently bring the awareness back into the body. And then you're going to release that right hand to the ground in front of you. Gently reach up with the left hand this time. Take that left hand in a big circle, waking up the arms. Remembering to breathe as you do this. And then gently releasing the hands back to the knees. Bring yourself back to a neutral spine. Taking the body to the left, and then we're going to finish with a nice big circle of that spine. So again, leading with the navel. And notice if your body feels any different than it did at the start of practice. Taking the nice big circles, close down the eyes. See if you can let the movement be a little bit fluid, a little bit fun. And then you're going to change direction. So when you're in a neutral spine, take it to the right and then round in a nice big circle. Gently bring it back to center. Keep your eyes closed, find a neutral spine. Hands are going to come to the knees. And then I want you to see if you can sit up nice and tall. Feel the extension in the spine around the stomach and the chest area, sitting nice and tall. Soften the eyebrows, soften the eyes. We're going to finish the practice in some silence and stillness. So notice the quality of the mind, the quality of the awareness. On the inhale, I want you to bring the hands to prayer at heart center. See if you can push the hands together to create a little bit of resistance. And then I want you to start rubbing the palms of the hands together, creating that heat in the hands. Take it a little bit quicker, really feel that energy that you create in between the palms. And then when you're ready, I want you to take your palms over your eyes. Gently blink the eyes open. Bring the hands to prayer back down to the heart space. Gently lower your gaze towards your hands. Before we finish the practice, I want you to bring your awareness to the intention that you set at the start. Acknowledging the power of setting an intention and spending some time just connecting with the breath. Knowing that each practice will be different, but we continue to bring the awareness back to the breath and the body. Acknowledging the difficult times that everybody is going through at the moment. And being grateful for yourself for spending that time just connecting with the breath so that we can deal with this a little bit easier on ourselves. Gently reach towards the sky with the hands at prayer. And then on the exhale, I want you to bring down the hands and stop with the thumb on the third eye. Pause in there for a second. Just acknowledging that for the next few days or even the week, hoping that you have kind thoughts to yourselves and others. Bringing your thumb and your hands at prayer down to your lips, acknowledging that you can always speak your truth, and gently bringing your hands down to your heart, continuing to remind yourself that the breath is there for you to connect with whenever you need it. There is that internal sense of peace. We just need to continue to connect to it to remind ourselves it's always there. Gently bowing the head towards the hands. If you want to dedicate your practice this evening, you just completed to somebody that's in your attention or your heart this evening, dedicating it here to that person. Being grateful to yourselves, to each other, for the amazing group this evening, for sharing the energy. And as always, the practice of yoga for continuing to lead us back to the heart space. Gently bowing your head towards your hands. Finishing the practice by saying namaste. Namaste.